right, guys. Well, I had intended to do some shooting off the tripod with the 7 SAUM, and I was so eager to get out of the house after so many days with like minus 26 Celsius weather and so on that I left my ammo and my tripod at home. So I have a tripod to shoot film with, and I apologize because I was really excited to shoot this gun. I have not shot it actually in a couple of years now because there's really been just no point, and I've been really busy. So this is what I call the Tikka hammer, and I really wish that Tikka would release something like this. I wish they would pair up with Norma, who still makes 7 SAUM brass, and get Norma to actually introduce the 7 SAUM ammo to the market again, because this is a caliber that is so near and dear to my heart for the performance that it delivers with power, with precision and accuracy, with wind cutting ability, with ease of loading, and so on. The cartridge itself is designed like many of the high performance cartridges out there, and it is something that is closely copied right now by Hornady, who has, for whatever reason, released the PRC, probably because the 7 SAUM is such an amazing round. Now, I built this rifle out custom myself. Or not myself, I hired a gunsmith. He actually has done a lot of stuff over the years. I'm not even sure if he's still around because he was in really poor health when I last saw him. So it's an honor to have this gun that's built out by him. It is equipped, and it is a beast. And this thing is every bit as big as my 338. Starting at the front, Terminator TT brake. We used to be a dealer for these. We're not carrying them anymore, unfortunately, just too many issues. The brakes themselves are fantastic. No issues with the quality. What I mean is issues with shipping and so on. All right, moving back, we have a Krieger 26-inch barrel, and this was an M24 contour barrel by accident, and the gunsmith actually had to taper it down a little bit to meet the tolerances of the smaller Tikka action, because these Tikka actions are smaller than a Remington footprint, okay? Smaller than a Remington action. So an M24 designed for a Remington action is going to be too big at the chamber unless you cut the barrel way the heck down to match it. Moving back, we have a Mountain Tactical rail right here. This is 40 MOA. 40 MOA of slant for this scope because we have a Night Force scope with 120 MOA of total adjustment. This is roughly 34 mils. So total of 20 MOA and 40 gives us the full travel of the scope. And we have a one-piece mount from Night Force to hold this all together. Right here, we have a US Optics fold-out level. You definitely have to have a fold-out level if you're shooting long range. And then this is a short action Tikka action, like we said. And then we have a short action box mag right here. This box mag has no spacer in the front, which is good and bad. It's good because you can load the rounds out a little longer, but it's bad because it messes with your alignment with your chamber. So we're probably going to have to switch to a spaced magazine. So the magazine will actually have a little spacer in the front of it, right in here, and that keeps your rounds back this way into the chamber so they don't slide forward, because what I'm having happen because of the alignment of the action in the chassis is I'm having the rounds actually slide forward and get caught under the feed ramp. So a lot of times I just end up having to like single feed this gun at the moment. Now there's things I can do, like I could actually knock this back just a little bit with a ball peen hammer to space it back, or I may end up taking a Dremel and just cleaning up the bottom of the feed ramp so that it's got a little half moon in there. But for now, I just don't care, okay? Anytime you build something custom, you're gonna have little hiccups like that. That's why we hired good gunsmiths. Right now, this thing is riding in the ESS chassis, which is really designed as a performance ultra, long range competition chassis. It is a heavy chassis. You can get a carbon fiber foot or forend for it if you like to. I haven't bothered. I don't see the point. This is not a hunting rifle. I have taken it on one elk hunt, and it is a beast to carry at about 20 pounds. You can get folding stocks for the ESS as well too. I wish they just came with that in the first place, because that would negate having to take off the cheek piece and the butt pad in order to run a cleaning rod through it. Um, Other than that, you know, you guys have all seen this kind of gun, or you've seen the MDT chassis, made in Canada, really good quality for the most part. One or two hiccups when they first were starting to come around, and she does what she does, and she does it well. This gun, so far, you know, with everything going on, we've taken it out to 2,280 yards for about an 8-inch group, shooting in some pretty tricky conditions with varying wind and so on. And 8-inch group basically is here. Not really a whole lot else to say, except for we went with a Tikka. We modeled the barrel actually on what Tikka delivers with their factory barrels. We wanted 4 rifling with it. That means less deformation to the bullet when it's being slammed into those riflings, and so on. So guys, find yourself a reputable gunsmith and go from there. If you want to, I mean, you could go with a 7 PRC, which Hornady just released. I'm sure they're going to make that, the data on all that, public, and I'm sure you're going to start seeing other manufacturers like Berger start releasing factory ammo for it as well. So if you're not a reloader, you're going to be well set anyway. So here's hoping that Tikka will see this video and release a 7 PRC to the public. I think Christensen Arms is already, and so on. And yeah, so have a great New Year, guys.